Welcome back. This is By the Book, and we are married relationship coaches. I'm Sent.
I'm Sil.
And today we're talking about Love is Blind, Season 3, episodes, 8, 9, and 10?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think that's where we are. So we're talking about Raven and SK. And y'all know I've been talking about Cole. I've been talking about Bartiz. I haven't been talking about Matt. All trash. But the biggest trash surprise of it all is SK. This was the worst setup in history. Yeah. I'm so mad. I don't know how y'all feel about this. I don't know how y'all felt about Raven. I personally was a Raven fan. I liked her a lot. They set it up, I guess, the way production did to kind of make her look bad, to kind of make her look like a gold digger. But honestly, I think she was just a sweet girl. Yeah. They started off episode 8, where Raven and SK seemed to be smooth sailing. They had a good relationship. They were, building, kind of looking very organic and natural with that in their apartment. Raven was talking about how she was kind of tired of everybody else's drama. All the rest of the girls were, sharing all of the drama that they had. Yeah. And she told SK, we're not perfect, but we don't have drama like that. And SK was showing every indication that he was very into her. Yeah. They had a very, I think, intimate conversation at that point. Where she was saying how Alexa made her, I think, feel a little bit insecure because she wasn't like the traditional bride type. Alexa told her that she would be the worst bride out of the group because she didn't have the desire to be like a stay-at-home mom and do all these traditional things. Yeah. And SK is like, that's what I like about you. You need the person who can appreciate that. And that's me. I'm like, okay, SK, all right. And I mean, I felt good about them. How did you feel? And round about episode 8 and 9.
Well, kind of like you, I was a bit cold towards Raven because I did see her as probably being, that gold digger or someone who was after someone with money. I did kind of initially see that, and we even did a video on that. And but
shame on you.
But over time, she began to show a little bit more of a personality. Yeah. Her character was sound. I liked that she wanted to wait until her wedding day to actually consummate. I'm not sure if they actually
I don't think they did, and that's extra, like, in the trash bucket for SK to me. Yeah. So, yeah.
But, she did. She kind of warmed up to me, and I like their relationship dynamic. I like how he was affirming her, and I did like how she was outgoing and she spoke her mind. She seemed like she was a pretty self-sufficient young lady, and I like how she would reassure him, and even in her confessionals about how she would speak about him when he's not around. Yeah. And basically saying things like my man and I'm going home to my man. However she was phrasing it. I became a fan. I was like, okay, this girl is okay. Yeah. And I liked their relationship, and all the way up until they were standing at the altar. Yeah. And I just couldn't believe.
Before you jump to that, I mean, even just to go on with her adjustment to his family. Yeah. This is one of in this season, arguably most different two people. We could talk about Alexa and Brennan, but I think they're even more different than any others. And for her to be so embracing of a culture that's so far different from her own, so much so that she changed like the way that she would have probably traditionally had her hair. Yes. And went with his mom and his sister to get the head wrap, that she would wear to try to like blend their two cultures. Yes. In the marriage. I was impressed by that. She could have been a bridezilla and been like, I'm doing that. I'm going to look exactly how I envision looking on my wedding day. You're right. And who could fault her for that?
You're right. Yeah. I mean, even in the meal, that they prepared, and they were eating with their hands, bro, which is traditional. And
she's like, "Wait, can I use a fork or not?"
Yes.
I would have said the same.
Yeah, I probably would have too, because I'm very Americanized.
Yeah.
You know, so I do understand it. But she was respectful.
Yeah.
And it did seem as though they had received her, you know,
Yeah.
even though she was different. And so
the only thing that I saw, you know, them have like a little conflict about was just because I think it was a miscommunication, to be honest. Him talking about like his mom is concerned that her family is not attending, which, you know, she took and explained to him bit by bit, like, I don't have a big family. My mom is this. She's got one brother. I just got this one uncle. My grandma's sick. You know, so she had a clear explanation why these people weren't going to make it to the wedding. And I definitely think she was sensitive about it.
Yeah.
And he said that he wasn't going to let anything like that stop him, you know, from what he thought he should do.
Yes. I mean, he was saying all the right things.
All the right things.
He was giving all the right vibes and the right energy. And you're right. I don't see anything that she could have done if she has a small family and everyone has valid reasons why they cannot be there. It's not, what is she going to do? Is she going to go pick up people and throw them across her shoulder?
And it's like she said, what does your mom want me to do? Not have the wedding? So to be fair, mom was supportive. His mother was supportive of her. I think that she came around, or maybe they tried to make that a bigger thing than what it was. I don't know. But I actually thought his mother was quite nice to her.
Yes.
And, you know, she picked her nice little dress. She looked great in it. She looked good with the head wrap on. You know, she rocked the style that most of us wouldn't want to. But, you know, she came down the aisle, and I'm thinking, this is the safest couple we've got.
Yes.
And the bottom dropped out.
Blew me away.
I was so mad that he said no. You know, he was all, I love her, this and that. Still, even after saying no, he was saying that he loves her. This isn't the right time. Now, y'all tell me how y'all received that. But you better darn well believe that 99% of people that get told no, rejected at the altar, when is it going to be a good time?
Yes.
That's dead. Like, I hope she never speaks to him again.
Yeah, she her character was awesome. I mean, she still gave him a hug, and of course she was crying. She hugged his mom as she came and checked on her, and even when they were sitting and in the her mom was sitting in the audience and waiting for her son to say yes. She even mouthed the words for him, you know, say yes or yes, however she did.
Because it didn't make any sense.
Yes.
And that's what I guess I want to take some time to talk about is like, why would he say no? First and foremost, do you think that he gave her any indication that he was going to say no? Because if he didn't, obviously the way that we saw it, we didn't see him give any indication. And that could be the way that, you know, they wanted us to see it to make it more dramatic.
I think he gave her no indication because even in her own words, I came here prepared to say yes. And so for her to come prepared to say yes, I don't think there was any doubt in her mind that he was going to say yes also.
That's a shame then. He needs to be canceled. Her friend said that they would make the body disappear, and that's just what they need to do because that was dirty.
That was.
You don't
dirty.
do somebody like that. I mean, she was really sad. She was obviously hurt. I think I heard her say, "I never want to have another wedding again."
She did say that.
That was heartbreaking. I have not been so moved by a reality TV show scene. Ever. I don't think. Yeah. I had to pause it and just stop and take a minute.
Yes.
That was rough for me.
It was rough for me.
Let me know how y'all received that. That wasn't good.
I yelled at the TV. I was like, no! I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that he did her dirty like that. And I just couldn't believe, like we were just saying, that he gave no indication. I mean, except for those two little things that he said, that she wouldn't move.
But he knew that. And he was still talking about how great she was.
Yeah.
And how perfect they were for each other. We're not simple. We're not basic. Yeah. All of this BS that he spewed to her and to us.
Yeah. So her family wouldn't come. It was the same thing. Her family wouldn't come to the wedding. And she wouldn't compromise on moving to California while he went to
And
school.
why the heck should she? Maybe you should compromise on where you go to school. I mean, that's not fair, and it's not a good reason to pull the rug from underneath somebody at the altar.
Well, here it is. She was willing to say, I still want to marry you, and I'm still going to visit you. That is a compromise.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't be like, you know, no, I'm not going to marry you, and no, I won't be flying out there. No, she said, I'll be visiting you. I mean, you'll be my husband. You're my man. She kept saying that.
Yeah.
And so there was a compromise. I just think he pulled that out of his behind.
That was so trash. I would have understood if he told her ahead of time and said, listen, I do love you. I want this to work. Your friends, what they said to me, it made a strong impact on me. And I don't want to rob you of your fairy tale of having, you know, being able to be married and just be with your husband. I want more than that for you.
Yeah.
And since we can't come to an agreement about how we can be together right after we get married, if we get married right now, then let's postpone our wedding for the 2 years that it's going to take me to get out of school. And if he had sat down with her and had that conversation, or if they go on the reunion show and say he sat down with her and had that conversation, but they did this drama thing for TV, that's the only way I will forgive SK. If I see SK on the street, I will kick him in his kneecaps. That was so horrible.
That was. You know, everything my wife just said, I totally agree. And here it was, as their relationship was kind of growing and everything, I was thinking to myself, like, wow, they got a Nigerian man on the show to really show these American men how to treat a woman correctly. And he was doing everything that I was like, wow, yeah, keep showing them. And here he was, he got this lady all the way up to the altar and just dumped her right there.
I wish he had went down into that bull pen with the rest of them boys and got kicked in his head.
No, he wasn't getting in there. he was new. He had no parts in that.
Oh my goodness. I don't even have the words, y'all. I don't know what else to say. I was shocked. I was mad for her. I was hurt for her. That's just something that nobody should have to experience. He better darn well have a good explanation at the reunion show.
The only thing I can think of, again, is that she is not traditional Nigerian culture.
That's no excuse for him to do that to her.
It's not. But I'm thinking he knew that the whole time.
Exactly.
And so if that is that, he should have been saying that all along.
He should have been. So that's the only thing that will be okay. Like I said, if he told her, but then they decided, look, we have to go through with the wedding scene. But I don't think that she is a professional actress and that she would have been able to act that hurt and perform for us to see. You know, at the end, I don't think that she's that skilled to put on a show like that. I think she was honestly hurt.
Yes.
I think
embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who wouldn't be?
Yes.
So I don't know. We could say the same thing over and over and over again because I'm never getting over this. But let us know, guys. Drop it below in the comment section what you all thought about this. I thought this was such a shame. So disappointing. I was giving SK all sorts of high marks for being more mature than the rest of the goofball men on this show.
Yes.
But he turned out to be the worst of all. Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't know how the rest of these weddings are going in. But right now, he is on my SHIT list.
What?
That's right. That's where he's going to stay.
Well, you know, if I had a list like that, he's definitely...
He got one.
He's in the top 3.
And he on it. Like I said, guys, drop those comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.